Hello everyone and welcome back. Another video, another weekend, and as you can see, I've made the whole thing is a two-piece. Actually, it's two pieces. The whole thing is for a character, for a role-playing character that is a kind of robot, a kind of semi-futuristic robot thing. And the whole thing that I made is basically just parts of the basically just parts of the whole thing. It took me around about 4 hours to make everything, or around about 3 hours I think to make everything. And the most important thing, the most interesting thing is actually what you see right now, the parts where I work on the details of this. So you can see that I copy pasted part of the full body suit here, and the simple thing is I thickened them, or at some points I used the extrude tool to simply form them out, and then I used the thickening tool, and they are actually colliding, or they are actually not colliding, but clipping with the body intentionally, because I wanted them to be basically part of the body itself. So the idea is that this is a part of the body, that it is not this is not a separate clothing piece, but rather really a part of the robotic body. So basically later on I also played around with materials on the body, like what would it look like if I used leather for the Genesis to female and stuff, but this is not part of the video. If you want, just tell me in the comments, and I can make a video about how to do that, how to work around with the Genesis 2, or in general with the bodies in Daz Studio. But yeah, what I have included is me translating this to Daz Studio. So we are going to look into, for example, one problem that I encounter sometimes is the heels, the right length and the right angle for those. And you can see right now with the shoulder piece that I'm working on, that I have worked on, that I used, also played around with the thickening tool. You can see that here. So basically this is a repetition because my PC crashed on this for some reason. And you can see that with simple tricks like the thickening tool, and then with the extrusion tool, you can give an object very simple forms, very simple shapes, and especially with the thickening tool beforehand, you have a very simple structure here that you can use and give it. So it has depth, it has contours, it has elements and details without basically overdoing this. The connect tool is also a big thing that I'm using here. You can see that I'm basically using the thickening tool on the edge, on the surroundings of the excuse me, on the extruded parts. And yeah, this is basically how you can make very simple additions to clothing, or to in this case to just variable pieces. Mind you, you will see the UV maps later, and I did not make complex UV maps for this. I really cut them on very simple points, so the UV maps are very, very simple, very, very very, very flat on some points. So if you actually want to use this and give it more detail, I strongly suggest that you check out the video I made about textures and about using the shaders, the shading domains that you can see on the left side of Hexagon, because you can actually subdivide this into different parts and make these parts like give it different textures and different parts, which might help with these details. So anyway, this is the first part basically. I just gave it a few pieces. For one, this can be combined with the bodysuit. For example, you can put the bodysuit under this, just make this a bit bigger, and then you have a full body clothing. What I actually did is I made a second piece later on, one more piece later on that covers the intimate areas of the character. So yeah, we are looking at the heels here, and you can see that the heel that I'm adding that I have added a plane, so I can actually see where the heels end, and that I have to basically just reassess the heels and redo them a few times in Hexagon. So this is a back and forth of re-importing and checking out how it works. Yeah, but in the end I had a working model. Yeah, this is the second piece. I called it the cover, and you can see I'm working from flat here. I'm not using the base mesh, the full body suit. So if this is basically how I did the full body suit. Again, if you want to know, or if you want to see how to make the full body suit in detail, how this works, how I started, tell me in the comments, and I will make a video about how to make the full body suit. I currently consider doing this as a part of the tutorial series anyway. I'm not. I think for the tutorial series, there's a few tricks I can show you, but so far I would think I'm actually done with the tutorial series. Like, there's not really much more that I can show. I mean, there's more stuff that I can show where I think this is stuff that might be interesting, but it's more of a is it interesting for other people? Yeah. So you can see that this is basically really I used the I formed this around the breasts. I used the expand tool to expand this around the rest of the body that I wanted to cover. The connect tool and the tessellate tool are here, the key components, because I had to add a lot of components here and a lot of pieces. Yeah, and I'm basically just in a certain sense playing around with the form. At this point I actually thought to myself I could have made the hip pieces a bit smaller, but well, it is what it is. I was finished with this and I didn't want to rework the first part, so I basically had to make do in a certain sense with what I had. And yeah, this is basically then what I worked with. Yeah, so basically looping this around the body at this point, and then reconnecting this with the back. First I thought about it having it yeah, basically like a cloth, like it goes around the body, but then I wanted it to be form-fitting even in the back. And yeah, that's basically the whole thing. You can see that I used the thickening tool, but it clipped too much with the body, so I had to yeah, undo the step, fix basically all the clipping issues after smoothing this and thickening this a second time, which was a bit of yeah, small tiny detail work here, but yeah, in the end it worked. And then you can see again how I'm doing the details on this. Basically I removed the symmetry that I'm currently working with, and then I decided which pieces I wanted to elaborate on. Extrusion, connect tool, and yeah, this is basically the whole thing. Yeah, on the sides as well, again with the symmetry again, on and off depending on if I work on the center or not, and just in case I ever have a render where she turns or from the back, I also did the backside with a small detail work. Yeah, UV map is very simple and not really detailed, so it's not really good UV map to work on. But yeah, now that's it for this video. Again, if you have questions, if you have ideas, just let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys around.